on the road again. We're headed down into a little place called Chinatown along the Virgin River. Got a little project going for the Sons of the Utah Pioneers. There's an old dirt cart down here they used to use on the canal trail, so we're going to go gather that up and get it back to the rightful owners, and they'll put it on display at one of the city centers and be a pretty good little project. We're just going to go down and kind of assess how we're going to get it out of there. It's in a pretty rough area, so get it into the right hands and we'll take you along for the ride. Well, here it is down in the river bottoms. Pretty awesome down in here. Leon and Boyd with me today. So they built this all by hand, stacking mud in here and rocks. Just amazing what they did. Who's gonna fall in first? The guy with one eye or the other?
The one with the no balance because our head's about to blow up.
So we're just working our way around here on this little
plank wide with the ground hose over my shoulder. Now I'm up with two plank under me and it's about falling off the scaffold.
Yeah, Boyd's crazier than I am. He was on scaffold yesterday up there on his garage working on his project. There's the first chicken. I think I'll join him. Isn't that cool? Look what they've done. They've just hand stacked all this mud and concrete in here to get water.
What?
Smells a little punky skunky down here like a fox. Just,
yeah, that's impressive.
guys, it's pretty cool down in here. These guys are made of stone and steel muscle. How'd they going on here? This steps up over so they can get their canal crew through there. They carved a hole and then they mudded it all up. Amazing. If you look over there, there's another canal that was the Hurricane Canal that went all the way around the hill as well. It's pretty dang cool. Every time I come down here, I'm amazed. Like, look at that stuff. Boardwalk. Okay, I think we're almost to it, right after this tree. Cactus. Look at that thing. That's what we're coming to get.
Check that out.
Is that the coolest thing ever?
Oh. It's right here.
Well, hell, we can just walk it back.
Might could. There's another one somewhere down here. We should fly it and see if we can find it.
Okay, so in about 1895, a man named Thomas Judd had this pipe dream that he could get water out of this Virgin River and put it on the Lavercan Bench. The Lavercan Bench is 2 miles downstream, and they had to get an elevation of, I don't remember, 500, 600, 700 feet. So they had to come that far upstream to get it. If you look at the formation we're in, it's absolutely unbelievable that somebody thought that they could do this, and the worst, crazier part is they did it. And if everything you believe is true, I was told that the only instrument they had was a 4-foot wood level. Down the end of the canal here a mile and a half away. They had to tunnel through the hill about half or 2/3 of a mile to get the water onto the bench. But they had no concrete in those days. It was just all dirt. And so it was a constant fight to be up here. One gopher could keep water out of the ditch for 2 weeks while they repaired it. It would make such a big damage when you look at the volume. This canal was capable of holding 11 feet of water in its heyday, and that's a lot of water to do a lot of erosion if they didn't catch the small leaks and fix them in a hurry. And they were up here with everything from cedar bark, but once in the 20s, I believe, they started getting concrete and they started making the cement ditch. And there's a big section down here that they actually put in a pipe, and that was just most wonderful thing in the world to them. But it made it so they could keep water in the Lavercan bench, and Lavercan would not be what it is at all without this ditch. This was the lifeblood of the whole community. But anyway, where it had required constant repair, this old cart right here that we come to get is one that my grandfather, him and his brother, was the first permanent residents in the city of Lavercan. And this would have been some old cart that they towed with a horse or a mule or something to haul concrete and building materials up and down this ditch when they were making repairs. So there's a lot of history sitting right here.
It's pretty cool.
See, I'm assuming the Hurricane site had one or two of these too that they used.
Yeah, there's
In my memory, you get down here below Chinatown, and Hurricane had a little shack, a powder house and stuff that I remember sitting there. And I remember, seems like I remember seeing some equipment like this sitting there for Hurricane. But there's absolutely nothing there now.
Huh.
Hey, how about that? I don't think you can get your horse through that tunnel back there. We'd have to get one of those mini ponies.
Toby?
One of the little Toby.
I don't think
he'd
Toby
pull?
fit either.
Oh, he'd pull like the wind.
I don't think he fit under it
He's
though.
keeping up with it.
Well, we don't care. All you can do is stay in the
Get Jack slack.
We know he'll pull.
Put a bell on there. That's it.
Got a little concrete on that nut. Throws up bearing or brake.
I'll bet it's full of dirt.
Imagine that.
'Cause this is taking in, it's full of mud, so it's stiff.
All right, well, we came down and made an assessment on that deal, and it's pretty rough country coming back up the bottom of that canal, and we thought about maybe getting another little small trailer and a four-wheeler or a tote goat or something. We decided a horse won't fit down through the one tunnel, so what we decided we're gonna do is we're gonna rig it up, and we're gonna pick it right up from where it's at. We're gonna do a high line across the river and drop it down on the other side there, so we'll see how that goes, and probably do that over the Thanksgiving weekend. So when we get ready to go on that, we'll take you along for the ride.
Go, it's in the air.